Hey love, welcome back to my channel. I'm so happy that you are here and that you chose to click on this video and hang out with me here today on the Time Freedom Lifestyle channel. Today we are diving into how can you get things done in less time? What is the magical trick of owning your time, reclaiming your time, and not constantly being at this war and struggle with time? Before we dive into today's video, make sure you scroll down into the description. Check out the very top link for the Feminine First workshop. This is the only free and live monthly community event that we do here at Decluttered Intentions. I would absolutely love for you to join me there in the next month's workshop event. This is a place where you get to come together with like-minded and ambitious and high-achieving women to really understand the cycles and patterns of the overworking that we have been conditioned under, the way that we feel like we need to show up to be successful and create success, and really together collectively with this supportive community start reframing and reclaiming what we believe we need to do to be successful. So we're talking all about the ways that you can start tapping into the feminine in order to create this for yourself. Also, scroll down to check out my two signature courses, Rest for Success and the Aligned Productivity Academy. And when you join the Feminine First workshop, you get a very, very special and absolutely crazy discount on one of those courses. Make sure you also like this video if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment with your biggest aha moment at the end. Share it with someone that you love, and subscribe to the channel if you are not yet part of this beautiful space and community here. All right, let's dive in. So how do I get things done in less time? How do you start to take back your time? The thing that we tend to think about when we talk about this, and what we hear when we go searching on the internet or when we Google, how do I have more time? How do I become more productive? We get a lot of strategies. We get a lot of systems that we should try, like the Pomodoro method, or like time tracking or time blocking, or new structures for your to-do list, or new apps that you can implement, or tracking your time in your apps and seeing how long things take you, or rushing against the clock. I mean, there are more techniques and strategies out there than I can even list off of the top of my head. And trust me, I've tried pretty much all of them. This was something that was super, super important to me. I wanted to be the most productive, be the most efficient so that I could do all the things that I wanted to do. I wanted to be able to study and work and create my blog on the side. Like, this is way, way back when. And then even when I was working, how do I build up a business on the side of doing that, like, and have a social life and have a relationship, like all of these different parts of our lives that we really feel like we want to be showing up for. And we're like, okay, how can I be better with my time so that I can do all of these things, right? So of course, we turn to the productivity industry, the time management industry to figure that out. What is the strategy? That is exactly what we've been taught in this masculine dominated way of working. How do I put a system in place? What is the better system to use here? And so we're almost like leapfrogging between these different lily pads of strategies, right? There's a strategy over here. Oh, I don't feel like that's working. What's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one? And we're never really grounding ourselves in anything because we always have this feeling that there's going to be a better strategy that comes along. Does that make sense? Does that resonate with you? Because I'm feeling like pulled back into my past right now. So how do we start to get things done in less time? Well, the first thing is that it really has nothing to do with the strategy. What I see time and time again, is what I saw with myself, but also what I see all the time with my clients in my courses and in my VIP coaching, is that as soon as they put the strategy into place, and we tend to play a little bit of a game around this, which is, okay, I want a strategy. I believe the strategy is going to be the fix. And it's like, okay, let's see if that's true. And time again, it's not. They put a strategy into place and they do free up some time. And then all they end up doing is more work within this time that they freed up, right? It's kind of like, until we realize that we're just filling up our time with work, it doesn't matter how many strategies we're putting into place to create more time, because we're just still in the cycle of creating more work for ourselves. We're band-aiding the problem with these strategies, right? So there's two things that I want to share with you here. In terms of really getting things done in less time and creating more time for yourself, for your life. That is the purpose. It's not more time so you can do more shit, right? It's more time so that you can go out and enjoy your life, have that social life, have that relationship, have those experiences, go to the workout classes, go to the art classes and the pottery events, whatever it is that you truly want to do that gives you pleasure. That is your time freedom life, right? Work is meant to support that time freedom lifestyle. So two things that you can do. Number one is learning to live and lead with your intuition, which is exactly what we talk about in the Feminine First workshop. In order to understand the difference between random action, which is what most of the strategies are that we're taught, we're just doing the steps because that's what someone else has told us. And what ends up happening is we do way more than we actually need to be doing. So that's random action, and it's led by fear and lack because we think, oh, I'm not doing enough and therefore I need to do more. So separating that from inspired action. And inspired action is intuitive led action. So what do I feel pulled to do right now? Sometimes that doesn't actually make logical sense, right? We're like, oh, I kind of feel like doing this thing, like starting a YouTube channel or sending this person an email. And you're like, why do I feel like doing that? Like that doesn't actually fit into the plan. And it's like, okay, but something's pulling me towards this. Can I lean into this expansive feeling? And that's what that inspired action feels like. It feels expansive and it feels exciting. So noticing as you go throughout your day, the tasks that you're doing, which of them feel like they're coming from a place of fear and lack because you feel like you need to do these things in order to hit a certain marker, and which of them feel like they're coming from a place of expansiveness and excitement. Expansiveness and excitement doesn't mean these things are going to feel easy. It just means that they feel aligned. Okay, there's a difference there as well. The second thing that we can then do is shift in terms of our mindset to understand how we compress our time. So compressing time is a mindset shift that I love to share and teach. And what this basically means is understanding, okay, if I'm going to be putting these strategies into place, and let's say that you are putting these strategies into place right now, or if I'm going to start practicing this inspired action and showing up in alignment, what do I want to be doing in that time? So the idea of compressing time is identifying for yourself how much time do you actually want to spend in work overall. How many hours is that per day? And really you can get into so much depth here and do like a time inventory, which is something that I love to do with my clients, so that you really understand, okay, how am I spending my time here? Is this really realistic? Do I need to be spending so much time here? What would the ideal amount of time be that I would be spending on work here? We fill the time that we give ourselves. So if we give ourselves 10 hours to do something, it's most likely going to take us those 10 hours. If we sit down and we're like, I want to finish this in 5, we're most likely going to finish it in 5. Again, really important to come back to the energy that you put behind that. So if you show up and you're like, I need to go, 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 I feel so stressed, I need to put this pressure on myself. No, we don't ever want to be working from that place. But if we're in the right energy and we say, okay, how can I compress my time right now? How can I streamline it down? I know that's such a hype word, but how can I literally compress, vacuum seal my time into a smaller amount that I'm allotting to this work, show up in the right energy, and follow that inspired action? And those are kind of like the 3 key pieces around how do I get more done in less time, or how do I get all the things that I need to get done in less time. So the mindset part is important, the energy part is important, and then the way that you're viewing your time and seeing that there is this other part of your life that you really want to be prioritizing so that you get the other stuff done in the time that you're giving yourself. Let me know how this resonated with you in the comments below. I would love to see you in the next Feminine First workshop so we can dive into these topics on a deeper level and actually give you some tools for implementing them, and then connecting with other like-minded women and high achievers in this space. So I'll see you there.